Hello, everybody. So, my experimentation with becoming a web developer is still going. It's interesting. I have spent more than 7 hours so far since I started. So 7 hours within 3 days on learning the basics. So I basically started from the beginning, HTML. And so far I would say it's very encouraging, honestly. I found myself to be interested in it the more. Now perhaps maybe because I haven't gotten to some of the most difficult part of web developing. I don't know, like advanced JavaScript, anything beyond that, I'm sure it is difficult. But then again, I heard that you don't have to know everything about web developing. So, and really hardly anyone knows everything about web developing. So I would say my fear of not knowing everything is not out of place. It is scary. There's a lot of stuff to do, to learn, from what it seems like. One other thing that I have discovered about myself, not really discovered, affirm, like confirm it, or maybe I knew this already, but it's definitely, maybe I will see another confirmation of not just about me, but about things. When you see people are committed to doing something, like really, really committed, have you been to something with someone, maybe in a school, maybe a project, that these people are putting lots of hours, lots of time doing whatever it is that they were doing? Maybe perhaps all of us have come across such people in our lives. I have noticed that too in me with this programming. I am voluntarily committing lots of time learning. I was telling myself these last few days that, wow, so this is what it feels like to commit, or this is what I have seen people doing. Like, for example, in college, to be honest with you, I wasn't into school. I absolutely hated most of my time in school. Most of it. I hated it. So I would see at least a friend of mine, he was really committed to what he was doing. I would see him, for example, he doesn't go out during the weekends. Me, I go out. Honestly, I barely do my assignments, I make sure I do my assignments. But there was a difference between him and I. He was really into it. He devotes more time doing it. And that wasn't me. That wasn't me, to be honest. Most of my time in school doing chemistry was really mostly trying to pass. That was what it was. When I started school, I studied biochemistry, but I couldn't complete that. It was very difficult for me. I wasn't putting the time. I had no interest, and this biochemistry is not the kind of subject that you would pass just by not doing it. You have to be doing it, and I wasn't even understanding it. Maybe if I have committed my time, I would, but I wasn't involved in any group learning. I hardly go to any tutorials. Yeah. So maybe that was definitely the wrong fit for me. If I had known what I have known about myself now, I would definitely have gone totally different way. I wouldn't have become a chemist. I don't mind science, but there are other things that I like more. Like for example, I like law. I like law. This programming, it sounds like it's something I would like, because it's really matches my, what would I say? I'm creative. I'm not smart, but I'm creative. And programming really, from what I'm seeing, there are many ways to do these things. The more creative you are with your page designs and how your page responds when someone is using it, I think that is where the key is. Right now you can find basically how to do anything. If you want your page to be responsive, you could find the code somewhere, even if you don't know what the code is. But the design aspect of it, being creative way to place what, is a lot more important in retaining people if your website is for that than anything else. I'm not perfect, obviously, but I am better at being creative, front-end designing the things. So I think that's creativity. I think that's why I think I am enjoying coding right now. I really want to know it. So far. I don't know what side it's going to be when I finally encounter the most difficult part of web design. But right now I'm liking it. But yeah, so that's something I've learned. Not learned. That's something that now, well, from hindsight, I'm like, yeah, wow, if you see yourself not committing lots of time to anything, it's probably maybe because you're not interested, and then try to find the reason why. Really, if you're not committing time to anything, there's a reason why. As far as me, science, doing chemistry in school, it doesn't tick my brain. It really does not. It's not, science is not, chemistry isn't, it's not creative. It's about, you just know you can't really, there are synthetic chemists that design new molecules and compounds. But there isn't a lot of room for creativity in terms of creating new things. Like you would do with when you code. When you code, literally, it's everything can be new about your site. Every little thing can change it. That's not how that's not how chemistry is. You can't change, for example, the compound for water. The compound formula for water. You can't change that. So yeah. So find the reason why I find that really is to find the reason why you are not liking it, there's a reason. And once you can find that reason, then perhaps you'll be more informed on what to do. But definitely in my own case, I am intrigued by complexity. I think yes, that is it. I'm intrigued by complexities that change, I'm yet to define it, but it will come one day. I swear to God, I promise you, it will come. But I'm intrigued by complexities. Law can be complex, can change anytime. Law is not like, like chemistry, like science. Basically, that is standard. So you can't change hydrogen. You can't. Like what I mean by change is you can't not use hydrogen if you want. If you are dealing with water, right? You have to deal with nitrogen, with hydrogen. Unlike law, a law can say, you can have a law today and tomorrow it can completely change. Completely. It won't be there anymore. It's just words. So I think that's probably what it is. I'm intrigued by complexities. I enjoy that brain work. I'm not smart, but I just something about me and complexity I like, and I think programming, from what I'm seeing now, is serving that complexity and creativity at the same time. I'm not very creative, but I can pat myself at the back. I'm a little bit creative. In fact, I'm like by create. Yeah, I promise you, I'm stammering. I will get it one day. I'm gonna figure this out, and that will really help me in continuing my life in the future. Anyways, the whole thing I've been trying to say in this podcast is, I have seen myself really, really into learning how to code. And that is probably because it matches my personality and things I like. Of course, I like technology, so my personality, what I like, and I think it might be a match for me. Do you have any? What are you doing now? How did you know what you are doing now matches your personality and something you are passionate about, you like for any reason, right? If you want, you can share with me. My email should be below, or you can go to my profile on anchor.fm/DANKORE, or you can comment and share with us. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you soon.